Hi everybody, Shoyume here with another coloring tutorial. Today we are going to learn how to color eyes using Prismacolor markers and color pencils. So let's go ahead and begin. As you can see, I already have my character sketched and inked. So let's go ahead and begin coloring in his irises. What we're going to do first is we're going to start with a light base. I am using sky blue light and I'm going to use the brush tip side. So let's go ahead and begin. As you can see, I start really dark on the very top and I streak downward in the shape of the eye. We're going to sort of round it right here. We're going to darken this area to imply where the pupil is going to be. The lightest strokes go on the bottom. This is what it looks like so far. And we're going to do the same on the other eye. We're going to line underneath the top eyelid, bring down with circular strokes, lining the actual shape of the eye. And then we're going to color a dark circle in the middle to imply the pupil. One of the things I love about doing anime style eyes is how much depth is in the eyes alone. That's one of the reasons I love anime artwork so much, is because of the depth in the color and the characters' features. Alright, so we've gone ahead and done that. Now we're going to take color pencils to define the actual features of the eye. I am going to go ahead, actually let me go ahead and use this color. I'm going to use Peacock Green. I know we just worked with a blue marker, but this is going to define the color closer to what I want it to be, which is kind of like a teal green color. And I'm doing that by combining the color, the base color of the light blue with the definition with the Peacock Green color pencil. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly sort of mimic the strokes of the iris with the color pencil to define the pupil. This is what it's going to look like when you do that. Okay, and now I'm going to use the color pencil to darken the darker parts of the iris. And I'm going to create a gradient going out to the lightest parts. So you can see the gradient on either side of the pupil. Now I'm actually going to color inside of the pupil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a small dark dot right up there against the eyelid. And I'm going to bring it out just a little bit as I do a gradient. And I'm going to darken right underneath the eyelid to imply the shadow against the eyelid. Have it, you see, just like that. And now I'm going to do the same on the other side now. First, we're going to do what we did in the other eye. We're going to mimic the strokes that we had made for the iris. And we're going to do the gradient right underneath the eyelid and coming down, getting wider as we get closer to the bottom. And then we're going to do that little dark ball to start the pupil, and then make it a gradient as we come out. I'm going to darken right there. And there we have it. Now I'm actually going to add some highlight to the top eyelid using color pencil, just so that it'll kind of create a glowing effect. And of course, later on we will be adding white ink to the eyes to give that sparkle. But one of the things that you don't want to do is you don't want to just color a solid eye and then put sparkles in, because it's going to be kind of a flat looking eye. And what we're doing here is we're trying to create depth in the eyes. So right now what I'm going to do is right at the center, I'm using the non-photo blue Prismacolor pencils, and I'm going to lightly put, well, not really lightly, you want to press down on dark ink, a glow on top of the eyelashes, right at the center, and then it does a gradient outward until you can't see it anymore. It's a very subtle effect, but once the whole piece is done, you're really going to see how the eyes glow. And so there you have colored eyes, and then later on you can go ahead and add sparkles as necessary, because, you know, anime eyes, a million sparkles, and all that jazz. But there you have it, a tutorial on coloring eyes using Prismacolor markers and color pencils.
Hi everyone! Happy New Year! Thank you so much for watching my tutorial video. It means so much that you all are supportive of me and my art, and I'm looking forward to releasing more videos in the future. If you have a particular topic of interest that you'd like for me to discuss in my art videos, please feel free to send me a message or a comment. I'm really looking forward to the upcoming projects that I'm working on this year, the first of which is my book, Genjo, Protecting Us. As you might recall from my last video, I mentioned that I was rewriting the book, and now I'm on the artwork phase of the project. So I'm really excited, as you can tell, to be able to release the book later this year, Lord willing. I have other projects to be disclosed at a later time because they're still in the works. I'm currently developing the concept and working on the feasibility for production, so hopefully those might see completion this year too. One of my resolutions this year was to produce some solid art and products for this year, and it's my prayer that those will come to fruition. And as I work on them, I'll be able to share them with you, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also still planning to start up a Patreon, so more on that as it develops too. And meanwhile, I am open for commissions. So if you would like an art card badge to go with your cosplay, or if you want to custom posters, stationery, etc., you're more than welcome to discuss any custom art you might like with me right now. I'm also pumped to be working on some collaboration projects with other artists this year. And speaking of that, if you're interested in all collectibles, Magical Girl, Sailor Moon, Cardcaptor Sakura, and the like, be sure to check out Manga Emmy's YouTube series, Mahou Shoujo Review, for a look at some great collectibles past and present. I recently did a guest appearance on her show. Well, rather, my hands did, at least. So you can check that link out in the description of this video. Once again, thank you all so much for your support. You can follow me on YouTube and also on Facebook and Instagram as Shoyume Art. I'm also active on DeviantArt as Shoyume, and you can find links to all of those accounts in the description below. Love you all, and God bless!